Welcome to Lightning Ministries Daily Devotional. Today's topic, our new home. Reading from 2 Samuel chapter 15, verses 13 to 16, where it talks about Absalom, David's son, chasing after him. And an advisor had come and warned David about who was coming and what they were going to do. And while David is not necessarily a coward, he decided to protect Jerusalem where he was, and also protect those that he loved in his family. Now, while Absalom didn't have his best interest at heart at this particular moment in time in history, David realized that by leaving, he was doing more than saving himself, but also saving, again, as I said, his friends. Now, whether you and I study an Old Testament passage like this one, or read news headlines, which we get every day, that'll help us find that in the world there's never going to be a shortage of conflict. It can be disheartening to realize there always have been and always will be leaders whom winning matters more than how many people they kill or displace from their lives the places where they live. But I realized that Jesus told you and I that this world would happen, or that this would happen in the world, and that you and I should hear rumors of wars and of wars. And unfortunately, such things must happen. That's sad to even know, even me telling you that. But thankfully, you and I are citizens of a heavenly kingdom that doesn't falter from the things of this world. I realize that we buy life insurance to protect ourselves from our death, but yet we take none of what we have with us. So what's the purpose of it? To provide for our families that are still here left behind? I think that's a good analogy of saying yes. But I realize that as believers, we can trust God more to guide us and pray for our leaders, whom are in authority with wisdom, hopefully, that know everything under the control is of the King of Kings, not under the man of mans. But you and I don't need to wait for eternity to begin living in the kingdom of God. It's already here, as it says in Luke 17, verses 20 to 21, where Jesus told the Pharisees that his kingdom is already present. Do we believe that? Do we believe that kingdom is here? God reigns here? We know that Satan has been given authority over the earth, but he hasn't been given authority over us as believers. Now today, you too will understand that it's happening among his people right here and now as I speak to you about this particular moment in history, about our present. Now, this month, I want you to spend time looking for God's kingdom and the many wonderful ways it manifests itself not only in your life, but in those around you in your life. Now, yes, there's always going to be certain leaders, and believers can be leaders too, out there with their own agendas. But look past them to those doing God's work in quiet and often uncelebrated ways. Why? Because that's where you'll find the truest beauty in believers and the purest motives from their hearts, and that they can trust not only in God's kingdom, but it'll allow you to trust in your friends because you know who they're following. I challenge you today that this is not our home. Our home is in heaven. In some ways, I think that we're on a temporary assignment here on earth until we're taken back to go where we started from. Most of us may not believe that, but I'll assure you of this. Is your life that good that you want to stay here? Is your life that wonderful that you have, well, let's not say you necessarily have all you want, but you have all you think you need, to want to stick around here knowing that only things are going to get worse? And I only say that for one reason, because that's what Jesus said. He said we're going to have trials and troubles and tribulations in this world. And he does that for one reason, to let us know is that his love is greater, and the place where he's going to build mansions for us is even greater. And we have something so much more to look forward to. Whether you believe or accept what God is using me today to share with you is irrelevant to the fact that the scriptures have so many facts in them about what has already happened and about what is going to happen that it's hard for us to turn a blind eye to it. But I would encourage you today to seek out God's wisdom, seek His guidance, and allow Him to give you the purpose for the life that He's given you to be here. It's not by chance. You were born, and you were born with a purpose and a reason. And it's not just to serve yourself, it's to serve the Creator who put you here. So anyway, I digress in that. Thanks for taking the time to listen to what the Lord is using me to say to you. And hopefully it's encouraged you in some ways to have a different perspective on the fact that this is not our home. Heaven is our kingdom. And that's where we're going to be with the Lord forever and ever as believers. Have a blessed one. And if you decide you want to give to our ministry, the opportunity is there for you. Regardless of what God uses you to do, we know that God will bless you. Thank you so much again.